Hey everybody, I'm on a road trip here this summer 2019, and instead of doing a long video here or there, I'm going to do little snippets of my road trip and have some short videos. And this is my first stop 1,000 miles away from home, and I'm at the Bonnie and Clyde Ambush Museum here in Gibbsland, Louisiana. Now, they weren't ambushed here, however, it said this was the last place they stopped and then get it in their car before they were ambushed by police just down the road from here. So there's a lot of different stories as to exactly what happened here. There was a cafe here, and they definitely got food from here. My guess is since the police were so hot on their trail, two young people, a man and a woman, probably didn't come in here to sit down and eat dinner or lunch or breakfast. They probably stayed separated. So I believe the story that says Clyde probably pulled up in his car right here, his Ford that was stolen, and Bonnie went inside and got them some food and came back out into the car. And it said that she still had some of her sandwich left after the ambush from the police down the street that was in the floorboard of the car that came from this cafe. Now, this is a museum now. Now, I'll tell you, it's very inexpensive. If you look at the reviews online, some are really negative, some are very positive. I think the negative ones are the people that don't know much about Bonnie and Clyde, who aren't into that kind of thing, and came here expecting to see all kinds of stuff and were disappointed. But who cares? The ones that love it are the ones that like this kind of stuff. And it's a little cheesy, but it's inexpensive. It's mostly newspaper articles and things like that and clippings. Supposedly Clyde's, one of his guns that was from the site, the ambush down the road, is in here, and a hat that Bonnie wore. And that's kind of it as far as articles. But if you like this kind of thing, you'll like it. And you need to come and visit these places because you need the doors of these places to stay open. So if you're in Gibbsland, come check it out. But as of right now, we're going to get on the street to where the action happened, right down the road, right here. Well, here we are at the death site. Here's the monument, the latest monument, just commemorating all the law enforcement officers that were a part of the killing. Over here is the original one, and you can see people have chipped this away over time. Why? It's not an artifact or anything, but you know, people do stupid things. But this is the original one, and a lot of people thinking about it. There's lots of pennies and rocks up here, so people sending their prayers and thoughts, I guess, to Bonnie and Clyde. I don't think these were intended for the law enforcement officers who probably deserve them, but hey, it is what it is. You know, people are fascinated by the gangsters, I guess. You know, so anyway, down the road here, all the officers were in the woods, and Bonnie and Clyde scooting on down the road. Just imagine the anticipation of all the men that were hidden in the woods over here. And this was just a dirt road, and supposedly they hit Bonnie and Clyde just as they were approaching this area here. This is the exact spot where the car stopped, but hit it, and then supposedly once all the bullets penetrated the car and they were dead, the car coasted. From what I've read, it coasted over to the left-hand side of the dirt road, I believe. Anyway, it's kind of irrelevant, really. If you're standing where these markers are, where the car laid to rest, I guess you could say that. It was right in this area, so that's what they say. But anyway, this captivated the country for sure, and I guess that's why the markers were important for them to put here, because it was so on everyone's mind in the country. I think it was more relief than anything else, and that's why they erected these. And they had to put the new one, like I said, because people just are desecrating the other one. So anyway, this was our first stop, Bonnie and Clyde, and I got to hit the road. It's starting to get dark, and I'm really hungry, so we'll see you down the road. Interesting to hear a car coming down the street. It's kind of neat. But look at the top of this plaque here, or the monument. Someone wrote a magic marker. You shouldn't have killed them. And it kind of just shows you how people are. They're so interested in the gangsters and stuff. They don't realize these people were murderers. And it had to happen. It just had to happen. That's good.